Evelyn to Phil, December 25th, 1942, 3:40 p.m. Dear Angel, Christmas Day. Just another day of toil for me. I've been up since 4:30 a.m. and I'm quite tired, much as I hate to tell you. There were two good things to mark Christmas Day. First, Mom is up and around and feeling good, although a bit weak. Second, I weighed Adele this morning and the indicator said 7 pounds 11 ounces, which means she is gaining nicely. And sweet, I took her out for the first time for 15 minutes. It's like a spring day out and I let the sun shine on her. I haven't got the carriage in shape either, and I'm, page 2, afraid I'll have to wait till you come home. I can't seem to find the time these days. If I happen to have a few minutes, I'm usually too tired. How times have changed. 6:45 p.m. The Wymans and Chases piled in on us, and Paul brought Adele a darling rattle. Everyone thinks the top part of the baby's face is mine and the lower part yours. Harry W. is in on a 5-day pass. Babe Glazer, Edna's sister, was over this afternoon and brought a gorgeous pink blanket from Sam and Edna. Edna was going to come up today, but Sam came in unexpectedly and they went out instead. So she sent Babe up with the gift and her apologies. Harry W. wanted a date so he could go out with Harry and Goldie, and I fixed it up for him to take Babe, who is a very nice kid. Page 3. I rushed like mad to get yesterday's letter off to you by 9:30. At 9:15, I finished and was about to mail it when Jack S. walked in and said he was going to get the laundry and would mail it. To make a long story short, my sister walked in at 11 p.m. and the letter was lying on the couch. She was the one who mailed it. Consequently, you may not receive my mail regularly, and in all likelihood, you will get two at one time. I get the desire to kill when something like that happens. Do you blame me? Incidentally, page 4, there's another package on its way to you from Harry and Goldie. I hate to spoil the surprise, but as I said before, I'd like you to have something to look forward to. Am I forgiven, sweet? 9:20 p.m. All I can say now is Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, darling, and may the new year hold many good things in store for you, for me, for us. God bless you, dearest, and keep well. We all need and love you dearly, especially your ever-loving Evie. Philip to Evelyn, Christmas Day, 1942, 10:45 a.m. My sweet Evelyn, on this Christmas Day when we are so far apart, I think it would be fitting and proper if I preached a little sermon for the benefit of us both. Your letters received yesterday are so filled with self-pity and longing and general discouragement with things as they are that my heart bleeds for you. Of course, you are entirely justified in feeling as you do. I ought to be the best judge of that, for aren't we one entity? And haven't I demonstrated time and again that things in general, and being away from you in particular, lead me to feel and write in the same vein of yearning and anxiety for the day to come when I shall return to your side forevermore? Don't think, my darling, that I am condemning you for your attitude, or even for writing of your misery. I think we both understand that it is necessary for both of us to unburden ourselves to each other, if for no other reason than to ease our minds of the load. But unwittingly, we have failed each other in another respect, and it is this I want to talk about at this time. Why do we heap ashes on our own and each other's heads day after day, bemoaning our present unkind fate with never a thought nor a word of the great humane cause for which we are fighting and suffering? Why do we take unto our bosoms and hold them close all the ills and worries and fears engendered by this conflict? Page 2, and forget to enclose also the pride, the glory, and the happiness to be found in the sure knowledge that we are part and parcel of the greatest crusade in the history of mankind, the crusade to wipe the sources of evil from the face of the earth and to promulgate the doctrine that right is might to the end of time. Make no mistake, baby, the issue is clear-cut, and although you've heard all this 100 times and more, I repeat it now with the assurance that I feel deep down that it is as true as truth itself. Either we destroy these founts of hate and evil now and for all time, or they will destroy us, or what is worse, make our lives so hideous that they won't be worth the living. And so I want to impress this thought in your mind, so that the next time you become discouraged and rail at the fates for their cruelty, you may find solace in this, that you are, and I am, only an atom in the great and ever-growing force that is seeking to wipe clean the face of the earth, so that we and our children and their children shall be able to live pure, decent, spontaneous lives. Surely no sacrifice is too great to make this possible. And just as surely as our pride in being part of so great a force for goodness should be in proportion to our ambitions and hopes for the world of our children. May they reap the fruits of our sacrifice and suffering, and may we gain strength and courage from the fact that it is we who are now fighting, who will shape their destinies in time to come. Remember this, my beloved, and be forever proud that you are one with a soldier who is fighting the good fight. Private Phil Strongen. Philip to Evelyn, Friday, December 25th, 1942, 2:20 p.m. And now, my darling, I'll write the letter I failed to write yesterday. After I finished the first letter, I hied myself to the mess hall, where we had Christmas dinner, menu enclosed, and all that went with it. As we left, we were handed a bag containing 2 packs of cigarettes, 2 cigars, 2 bars of candy, nuts, hard candy. Some of the fellows had their wives here, and I certainly missed you, honey. Even more than usual, if that is possible, because there was no mail distributed on account of the holiday. Thanks for the $10, honey, and you can rest assured that I'll spend as little as possible. I realize that you could use it very nicely yourself, and love you for the generous nature you displayed in sending more than I asked for. There is a special reason for my wanting to save as much as possible toward the day when I get home. Nothing would please me more than to take you shopping for some new things, like we used to do in happier days. I sincerely wish we'll be able to manage it, although I'll have very little of my own. My prospective fortune is as follows. Cash on hand, $10. Pay, $16.10. Train fare, $13.50. Phone call, 90 cents. Bus fare, 35 cents. I almost forgot. Debt, $5, which leaves me exactly $6.35 if I don't spend another cent in the 11 days remaining till I start homeward. Not very much, is it, honey? I may. Page 2, invest $1 or $2 in a card game in the meantime. Maybe I'll be fortunate enough to repair our fortunes. I've been in a brighter mood these past few days. I think it's because the good old Christmas cheer is in the air, or it may be because the prospect of being with you for 5 whole heavenly days is drawing closer. Come on, January 6th. The people of Columbus don't know what to do for us soldiers. They keep sending presents to us constantly. I have so much cake, candy, etc. on hand that I was seriously considering going into business when it struck me that all the other fellows are just as well stocked as I am. Then I got a few Christmas cards from girls of the Label Bureau a week ago. There were 3, Ruth Crothers, Min Ulrich, and Catherine McFadden. Sid sent me the enclosed greeting all the way from Egypt. Imagine. Duke Ellington came in to entertain us Wednesday at 11:30 p.m. and brought his whole show with him. They're playing in Columbus and came in after playing all day there. I, for one, certainly appreciated their sacrifice of some much-needed rest in order to entertain a gang of soldiers. That is why I stayed up after lights out when all but a few of the fellows went to sleep. I felt the least I could do to show my appreciation of their efforts was to attend, even though I would much rather have gone to sleep, as I was dog-tired. But it was well worth the wait. It was one swell show. Baby, I'm on pins and needles waiting. Page 3, and living only for the day when I can once more hold your sweetness close to me. I'm counting the days, the hours, the very minutes until that precious moment. Sorry to hear that Mom is still ailing and that our precious Adele is having some trouble. Hope it's all cleared up by the time I get there. I'll sign off now, sweet, with my heartiest wishes for a happy new year, and I have every hope that it will be. Kindly convey the same to the Fromers, the Cohens, Lil, Myra, Jack Ann, the family, and any others of my friends you happen to contact. I love you, my precious mommy, and hope to demonstrate it actively very shortly. Kiss my little Adele and wait as patiently as you are able for your loving husband, Phil.